What episode number is this? This is episode 20, I think.
I think so, yeah.
All right. I suppose we'll get a move on. The pen is out.
The pen is out.
He's ready to write notes. Welcome back to
You know what it is.
Another episode.
That was a little loud.
Episode 20 of the Invested Podcast with me, of course, is Connor. My name is Terry.
Hi. We're back with a vengeance.
We're back once again, and Connor is eating dinner.
Back at you. I keep eating on this.
At the podcast table.
Like listening to me eat.
It's fine.
Is this some ASMR shit? I'm like, now I put the chicken in my mouth.
We should be a food review podcast now.
I gotta say, you're like, I don't know who cooked this. If it was a family,
it was my mom.
His mom. It's really good. She's a good cook.
She's a good cook. She threw it together too. We were like, "What do we have?" And she's like, "I don't know. I'll cook something." That's what she told me. She's like, "I don't know. I'll cook something."
This is her like,
and this is the outcome.
Her like most low effort is like delicious and fantastic.
We haven't. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about.
We're going to discuss the new Slenderman movie.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the Slenderman trailer.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Oh man, so many hijinks, so many big belly laughs.
So many spooks. A lot of spoopiness in that movie.
I thought it was a prank, bro. I thought it was.
We'll get to that point. We'll figure out what we're going to talk about.
Jake Paul just pops out and is like, "Am I still relevant?"
Have you heard about them? What's going on with Logan Paul?
He was in that movie with Demi Moore where they go to the suicide forest or something.
What movie? What are you talking? No, he recorded himself in a forest and he recorded a dead body and like laughed and was like, "Bro, this is crazy, bro."
That's crazy.
Tab on the haters.
Tab on the haters.
And then people are like, "This guy needs to be like
put
kicked
away
off the internet,
locked up."
And he's all apologetic, and all the little teenagers are like, "Ooh."
He's Jake Apologetic.
He didn't know this is Logan who did this.
Oh, Logan Apologetic.
Logan Apologetic.
Logan Apologetic.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have some news. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
It's pretty slow. It's a slow month. Apparently, there was an interview with Chris Hemsworth, who plays the Mighty Thor.
Oh yeah.
It says that his eye patch is CGI in Infinity War.
Jeez. You know, you think you can trust a guy and then...
My theory for this is that the idea for him to have his eye... The spoilers for Ragnarok, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Is that his eye... that probably was a late in the game decision.
Yeah, that was a last minute move. And
so they started Infinity War production before he... It is good, isn't it? That's some good chicken.
It is.
Anyway, they started the production before the end of Ragnarok, and, you know, the eye patch was... I think the eye patch was late in the game in every aspect, though, because he didn't have it in the trailers, too.
Right. He's only got it in the comics.
Yeah.
And only when he's an old man in the comics.
I don't mind it. I think it's kind of cool. My mom's upset because she thought he was cute, and now he's not as cute with an eye patch.
He's what do you call it? He's got a couple impairments, visually impaired. His depth perception is probably gonna be off too.
Yeah, that's true. I can't imagine that. That would
so he can't watch 3D movies.
Yeah, that's true. But he also said the trailer for Infinity War doesn't give away a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good because I was afraid of that. What's the matter? You have a piece of fat in your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's cartilage.
Yeah. Because I was afraid that this trailer did give away a lot, but apparently it doesn't.
Am I spitting on this? Am I spitting on my notebook? I'm getting sauce everywhere.
Don't spit on my computer.
I'm sorry. It's because I overly exclaim things.
So yeah.
One time I once like spit directly into somebody's face without not like on purpose.
Did they notice it? Do you ever have that happen when you spit?
They did notice it, but they didn't want to bring it up.
Okay.
And I was like, but I did want to bring it up. And I was like, did you see me just spit in your face? And they were like, yeah, I did, man. I didn't want to.
I hate having conversations in like very bright sunlight in a room.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you can see everything that's the debris coming out of your mouth.
Mm.
Yeah, that's terrible. It's very embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't want to know about all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the government secrets. It's like, don't tell me, man. I don't want to know.
I do. Are you kidding me? Area 51.
Area 51. Do you think
Area
that's real?
51 is overblown. It's just a weapons and vehicle testing facility for new projects. That's all it is.
I thought it was a recycling center for airplanes.
It might be. It might be both. It's a big place.
Keep all the old airplanes, and when they're like, send these to the museum, the Orville Wright Museum. And then
You mean the Air and Space Museum? Is that the same name?
Send them to NASA. Send them to the Air and Space. They love planes over there. Fucking nerds.
We're completely off track here. Matt Reeves. You know who that is? Who's Matt Reeves? What does he do?
I was thinking about him today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You were daydreaming about Matt Reeves?
Well, it's just like, he's one of the most successful people I've ever known.
What does he do?
Two movies.
What movies has he done? I don't even know.
Cloverfield. War of the Dawn of the Planet Ape.
Oh, yeah, right.
War of Dawn Planet of the Apes 2.
That's 3 movies.
And then he's going to do a B-Man. And then he did something else in the 90s that nobody really cares about.
So Matt Reeves has said...
Oh, he did let the right one in. He did the American adaptation when people said it was not...
I don't know what that
not
is.
good.
He has said that the Batman solo film has a story, but it doesn't have a script yet.
Okay. Well,
so I don't know. It's just kind of... How does that work?
That's like him saying, like, I have read a Batman comic and I have an idea, but I haven't written anything down. There's nothing on paper.
So he's probably just saying it's so people stop asking questions. What would you like to see in a Batman solo film?
What would I like to see in a Batman solo film?
Yeah.
Just the usual stuff like cards, trading cards, gambling, crime,
some Sudoku.
I actually would really like some really some real intrigue, some conspiracy theory shit in a Batman movie.
People are saying just basically copy and paste the Arkham Asylum games.
Yeah, I mean, I would actually pay money to see that.
It seems kind of lazy.
It is lazy. But
and the games are fun because you're controlling them. And it's just all fighting. Could you watch a movie like that? I guess the story's good. I have only played the first one.
Oh, you haven't played Arkham City? That's like the best one.
No, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, Hugo Strange is that's the one that people like the story for because it's like everybody gets a moment in that one.
If they were to write a Batman movie where he's legitimately a detective, with the action scenes like the warehouse scene from BVS, because that's the only good scene in that movie,
right?
Then I'd be okay. This movie could be good.
Do you mean the fight choreography?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought you meant him being a detective in that scene, and I was like,
no, the fight choreography.
I don't remember.
So have him be a detective, and then the fight scenes be like that.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that. Although I think Batman he needs to be more stealthy. I don't like the Ben Affleck big beefy Batman running around unless he's fighting in the mud with like a mutant gang member, like in the comic Dark Knight
Killer Croc or
Returns.
Something like that.
Yeah, then it's cool to see him go like boom boom boom.
Here's the thing about the big beefy beefcake version of this Batman.
Beefcake.
I like it because it seems more realistic to me that the only way someone would be able to fight 20 guys in a room is to be that strong.
Yeah, to be like fucking.
Because he doesn't have any powers.
Do you remember that scene in the movie where he's just like doing the tires?
Yeah.
That was
he has the hammer. I like when he has the sledgehammer. He's just hitting tires.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, he's just hitting a tire. He's hitting a tractor tire with a sledgehammer over and over again. I don't know how that's a workout. I just feel like it gets blisters on your fingers.
It's symbology. He hates farmers. He's like,
but he likes construction workers.
I'm gonna beat up a farmer.
I don't know. Anything else on that?
My parents were killed by a farmer. Would it be crazy if Superman killed Batman's parents? No real opinions. Other than, I just want a crime movie.
You want to cry in a movie, or you want a crime movie?
A little bit of both. I'd like to cry during a Batman movie. Get really like like really sneezy and really like.
Connor, if you keep coughing, I'm going to edit all the coughs out.
Oh, do I cough? Am I coughing?
I'm just kidding. Imagine if I did that every time I went in.
I noticed myself doing Ethan coughs lately for no reason. Yeah, not even to clear my throat.
I do it all the time too. It's fun.
Just to do it.
I like to do the neck fupa and then just look at people and go. Yeah, nothing else with that. I want this to be a detective movie, but I want it to have really cool action. But I also don't want it to be overly CGI. It should be all practical stuff like the Nolan movies.
What did I text you when I said like the things I wanted to talk about?
I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet. I still have some news.
Okay.
The Solo trailer is rumored to be coming out this week.
A Solo trailer? For what?
For the Solo movie.
Oh, Han Solo.
Han Solo.
It was like the Solo trailer.
So have you seen the Lego, the stuff, like the Legos and the toys that have come out?
The Han Solo Legos?
Yeah.
I had no idea they came out yet.
They haven't come out yet. The leaked pictures have. I'll look them up.
Leaked
Solo
pictures.
Lego.
Hashtag leaked pictures. Yeah, that's what a leak... Hashtag leaked picture. What are you talking about? That's what a leak is.
So that's the Millennium Falcon. It's missing its two things. It only has one. Hang on, we'll get there. This is kind of weird looking. We got Lando Calrissian in it. It's got a cool looking cape. We have like a speeder looking thing.
Oh.
With a weird looking Corellian hound. We have another speeder looking thing. Another speeder looking thing. With new stormtroopers with neck beards.
It's stormtrooper with neck. Oh my gosh.
We have a TIE fighter that just looks like a normal ass TIE fighter. And that's it.
Huh. Did they have these Legos for Rogue One?
Yeah, they had Rogue One Legos. The Blue Wing and things like that.
There's a Jyn Erso Lego.
Yeah.
That's...
So, with what you're seeing, did you see how the Millennium Falcon looks a little different? What do you think is going on there?
Oh, it looks different?
Speculations. Let's do it before the trailer comes out.
The Millennium Falcon looks different because...
Do you think it crashes and it gets rebuilt?
It's a houseboat. It's the space equivalent of a houseboat. This chicken's taking a lot more brain power than I...
Just stabbing it with a fork.
I don't want to use my hands. Not yet.
We're not at that point yet.
We're not at that point yet.
I don't know what's going on. I think the Millennium Falcon is probably not going to show up till very late in the film. It's probably going to be... The whole movie is probably going to be him trying to find his way off a planet or something like that.
Is Ron Howard's directing this movie?
Yeah, Ron Howard.
And his wife?
I don't know about his wife.
Cynthia Howard?
Howard Cynthia?
Howard Cynthia.
Ron Howard's got one of those names where it's two first names.
Isn't he like... Isn't he like bad at directing?
No, he's safe at directing.
Oh, he's safe at directing.
So he'll do whatever the studio wants and he'll just get it done and it'll be fine.
Right. Because I've seen the movie The Da Vinci Code. Let me tell you that I was not happy.
Right, but I don't... Is it a directing problem or is it just bad writing?
That book sucks.
Yeah.
And that's somebody who used to love the book in middle school when I had like no taste, and I was like, actually, I love that book up to 10th grade, so that's really embarrassing.
Why are you saying? I mean, you're admitting it. It's all you.
No, I'm admitting it because it's like never again. You know, it's like always never forget.
You have to remind yourself what you were.
You know, it's like otherwise you're doomed to repeat the past of reading
I guess so.
shitty Dan Brown novels. There we go. That's good.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
that was good.
Very delicious.
Oh God, I don't know why I'm burping so much. Anything else on the Solo movie? I have a bit of news after that.
I think that the Han Solo movie is, I think. Oh, my coat's rips. I think the Han Solo movie is a cash grab. I think that I'm probably gonna love it when I watch it, and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be the Fantastic Four thing, where half of it is like You're watching two different movies while you're watching it.
Yes, but this is Disney, not Fox. I think Disney might be better at
Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland proved to me that Disney can't really make movies. Sometimes. You know,
forgot about that movie.
Like if they let a movie slip through the cracks, it's gone. But it's all it will be like not a total train wreck, but it's no good. It's not gonna be a good dinosaur. It won't be that level of quality where when you're watching The Good Dinosaur and you're saying, wow, this is a real hit. They got a real hit in their hands with this.
I was thinking more Cars 2.
Oh, Cars 2, yeah. Classic Cars 2. Yeah, let me write that down.
Cars 2.
Cars 2.
We'll bring that one back.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor has said...
He won a Golden Globe.
He did for Fargo. I was so happy.
Yeah, very good. Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you, Terry.
Ewan McGregor says that the Obi-Wan movie is still just talk, but he's once again expressed interest as playing the character of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
All right, man. You do whatever you want.
It's crazy that movie wasn't made and Solo was.
Oh, yeah.
Because when they announced Solo, everybody was like, no, thank you. Please make an Obi-Wan movie.
Well, probably just because of the prequel.
And they were like, cool.
Oh, you mean because of this material, not because of the actor?
Both. People like him as Obi-Wan, and it's just more exciting stuff. We care more about it.
Well, I feel like Han Solo was way more popular than Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think Obi-Wan Kenobi is more well-liked because of the prequels.
That's why it works better, in my eyes. Because people like Han Solo more. They don't want to see the character ruined or changed. Whereas Obi-Wan's like, cool, Obi-Wan's fine. I don't care if it's Ewan McGregor playing. You know
That's probably because he died, too. So, like, how do we get our Han Solo
fix?
There's probably going to be a Han Solo movie, and then because Luke Skywalker died. Spoilers. Right.
Didn't really die.
Yeah, he disappeared.
Yeah.
The next prequel movie will be like Luke.
I'm thinking
it's Skywalker.
I think the Han Solo movie.
It'll just be A New Hope.
I think the Han Solo movie is going to happen. I think Ewan McGregor's going to do it.
If anyone did it, it'd probably be him. Although I think that the fact that he still expressed interest. I don't know if that worries me because if he doesn't know they could bring back George Lucas.
No, they're not going to do that.
They could do it.
Either way, though, he was the best part of the prequels.
Yeah, George Lucas was the best part of the prequels.
No, Ewan McGregor was the best part of the prequels. Right?
George W. Lucas. George Washington Lucas.
Do you agree or disagree with me?
He was the best part of the prequels.
Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. I can go home now.
He's a good actor. You're home. Can you tickle the ivories? Do you play piano?
No.
I bet if that piano was on, that would have sounded like smooth jazz.
Here, watch this. Ready?
Yeah, fucking kick it.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Some Phantom of the Opera shit. Oh. What? Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I see what you're doing. You tricked me.
It's on demo mode.
I thought
a little treat.
I thought it was messy jazz for a second. I was like, oh.
For those of you who don't know, I wasn't touching the keyboard at all.
Terry just bamboozled me.
You believed in that?
I did believe
I have no more news. Do you have anything you want to add in terms of stuff you've heard? Anything fascinating going on in the world of film and or TV and or game and or book or comics?
I heard somebody say on Reddit, somebody said that they saw the Wrinkle in Time movie and they said that it made them sick to their stomach.
Have you seen the trailer for that? Because I would like to talk about that too.
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on to the trailers then.
Trailer trash.
Good idea. Wrinkle in Time. Let's talk about it. What do you think about this?
What do I think about
Wrinkle in Time?
Wrinkle in Time?
Yeah.
I think it looks silly as fuck.
Okay, so I went and saw Jumanji.
How was it?
I liked it. It was good. It was stupid, but it was fun.
Stupid.
So anyway, the trailer for Wrinkle in Time was at the beginning of it, and I saw the trailer beforehand, and I was like, "This looks dumb." But seeing it in the theater with the big music, I was like, "This looks dumb." But it's got a cool premise.
I like the big music. With the big music and the tiny picture. It was very loud in my ears.
The picture was too small to fit that music. No, I think the premise is a cool idea. What is the premise, though, is my question. So, the fact that there's, like, these guardians working, like, to protect the fifth realm
galaxy.
or something like that. Right?
The fifth realm, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, that's kind of a cool idea, but it looks like it's being executed really dumb. It looks very Alice in Wonderland. It looks
like Oprah the movie.
It looks very Oprah. It looks
very Oprah.
Very what's that movie that came out? Valerian City of Planets.
Oh, yeah, Valerian.
John Carter. It just looked. It has the aesthetic to fail.
Maybe it's the same person. Aesthetic to fail. Ooh, that's a dope ass soundbite.
Write that down. Write that down.
Aesthetic to fail.
I'm gonna forget that one. But right? Do you agree? Right?
Yeah, I totally see it.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a flop in.
It looks like a flop in the making. It's just here it comes.
Yeah.
It's gonna underperform at the box. It's gonna be Tomorrowland. It's gonna be. It's just that's exactly what's gonna happen.
And it's a Disney.
It's
joint
Disney
too.
Yeah.
So it's like double whammy.
I like Chris Pine.
Oh, is he? Oh, he plays the dad.
Plays the dad.
He's
Nice
like,
interracial couple there. That's very fun.
interracial couple.
Very progressive. I don't like what's her face from The Office very much, and so she's in it. And
who?
Mindy
Kaling.
Yeah,
she's.
meh.
I mean,
I know a lot of people like Oprah, but I don't really care for Oprah. She's
Right.
just kind of meh for me. Reese Witherspoon's fine. She's the other one, right?
oh, I don't like any of those actors.
I like Zach Galifianakis. He's in it.
Is he in it? What does
Yeah.
he play?
I don't know.
He's like Mr. Tumnus. He's
He plays the Cat in the Hat.
He's the cat.
I don't know what this movie's about.
Yeah, it's just like it looked like this is some weird green screen, like The Secret shit. You know what I mean? This is like a secret cult brainwashing film, and it's like some Jim Henson wannabe was like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna direct the movie."
Yeah, you always know. I always say over the top CGI.
I think it's really sad actually because I think the director was somebody I was really excited by. It was I don't know if she's still doing it, but it was Ava DuVernay, and she did the 13th Amendment, which is a really great documentary on Netflix, and it was like, and she was originally gonna do Black Panther before
Ron Howard stepped in.
Ryan Coogler.
Right.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard Black Panther movie.
Oh my god, that would be a 1990s like drug infested rat maze.
Rug infested.
Rug infested rat maze. Hug infested.
What are you drawing?
Oh, just little doodles.
You look like you drew the Quidditch pitch from Harry Potter.
Oh, I did. Oh, shit. Well, look
Not
at
that one, the round one.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All these just look like weird vaginas.
Anyway, Wrinkle in Time is kind of, I don't know. The trailer tells you nothing, which I like, but also I have no idea what the heck's going on. Don't care.
Yeah, it just looks like insane and stupid and
Over
you
the
know,
top.
The Wrinkle in Time is supposed to be, from when I read the book as a kid, it was supposed to be this like magical adventure, and now it seems like this movie about like,
And well, that's another thing though.
Like I don't know, spirituality and like The Secret, and I'm like,
That's another thing.
Stop.
I'm getting sick, and I think it might just because I'm on the outside because I don't read a lot of books, but I'm getting sick of these movies coming out and then people going, "Oh, I read that book. I loved it."
yeah,
It's like, okay, great. This movie's not going to be as good as the book then.
yeah.
It's like, be prepared for that.
The book will be better. There's been a couple of exceptions where the movie's been better than the book. Fight Club is the big one everyone talks about, and then that's really the only one.
I think Lord of the Rings might be a better film than the book.
Oh,
I love the books,
shit.
but I think that the film does a better job of telling
Getting
the
to
story.
the point.
Yeah.
with the emotions.
Yeah. That's just because I think that's just because time is whatever.
Is of the essence.
Yeah.
You also probably saw the movies first, so that's kind of colored.
I did, but I read The Hobbit first, and even that was like, this seems like a better version of the world.
Of the world of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Middle Earth. I just think it was. I think because it might because I was really young when I read The Hobbit, but The Hobbit was like, I pictured a world that was very fantasy, whereas Lord of the Rings made it much more grounded and realistic, and I like that better. Like a lived-in world. Like, you know the difference between like the armor of a man in Lord of the Rings as opposed to the armor of a man in like World of Warcraft, where it's like crazy, super big, stupid looking swords. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh god, it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's like subtlety.
How do you move? How do you lift? You can't lift your arms.
Yeah, it's like, I think World of Warcraft was supposed to be a Disney game. I honestly think it was the same thing as Toontown Online. Oh yeah, that's my courses.
Oh, I thought that was a D&D character sheet.
I'm gonna be a wizard once I get the rest of my credits.
So let's move on to the next trailer we watched recently. Slenderman.
Slenderman.
About 5 years too late.
A lot of women in the trailer.
Okay, so this trailer made no sense either.
Slender Woman.
There was only one scene that showed Slenderman, which is fine, I guess. You laughed at it.
I did.
I actually thought it was kind of cool because...
So funny.
Did you ever play the free-to-play computer game, Slenderman? No, where you walk through the woods?
I'm a scaredy cat.
And he shows up.
So scared.
I used to love that game. It was a lot of fun. And I really think Slenderman's a really cool character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's kind of fun.
I painted him once in an art class.
Oh, shit. And then she was like, oh, God, Terry.
Yeah.
We're going to send you to this.
This is when he first came out, though. So do you
know wait, were you in high school?
No, it was my first year college. Yeah.
So you're freaking out. I don't know what this... You drawing scary things.
I painted the Joker, too. Oh, I'll show you them. I have them. Hang on.
Why are you drawing symbiote venom? Why are you drawing these scary
Hang on a second.
Terry just left the room, so Connor's gonna talk now. I don't know. What have I been up to? I really got back into, just doing. Oh,
I do just blank colors. So this is my Slenderman.
You got back into. Oh God, it's scary.
And then this is my Joker.
Oh God, it's scary too. They're both scary.
Those are my two. So the art.
They're good. They're really good.
Thanks. The art class was.
Yeah, I'll take these.
Yeah, just look at them. The art class. It was like paint 3 things that we have to do together, and then the last 2 we got to do on our own.
Your teacher's like, just paint something that makes you feel happy and calm. And you're like this, and they're like, oh God.
I'm really happy with the Joker though. I mean, look at those lips.
Yeah, that. Oh, it looks how I feel.
I was happy with that. I didn't know I could do that. That was probably the best part.
I actually like this a lot. Like his you got a lot of the details.
Yeah, look at those lips, man. I didn't know I could do that. I hate painting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're really good at it.
Thanks.
That's crazy.
But I'm only good at black and white. And I added some red, obviously. But
let's see. You know that thing where you like look at your chin upside down?
And you put eyes on your chin?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways.
I like this.
What are we talking about?
I think that's so funny. You're just like drawing the most horrifying thing, and teacher's like.
The best part is I hated that class. It was terrible.
And yet you were really the best one in the class, or like one of the best, maybe.
I think I was one of the best at.
Dirty assignments.
No, I wasn't the best. I like Slenderman. I like how that idea.
You like
that
Marble Hornets and all that stuff?
Yeah, that stuff interests me. It's fun. I mean, I don't take it seriously, obviously, but it's fun just to get into and just use because I use my own imagination, obviously. So the idea that there would be a Slenderman movie with Slenderman, you see him, you look away, he's gone. Cool idea.
Yeah.
This trailer did none of that though, except for that one scene that you laughed at.
Oh, I laughed. I started laughing as soon as that girl had the scalpel. And then she was
stabbed
like,
her eye.
She was like, "I'm gonna do it!" Like she did the John Cena, hit him with the John Cena.
You're right. Yeah. Now the lore of Slenderman apparently is if he gets you and you get away, you go crazy. So it seems like what they're heavily relying on.
What is that? The lore?
Something like that. He abducts children.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also makes you go crazy, I guess, if he gets too close.
If you get away, you go crazy.
Or not if you get away, if he gets close, I guess. I don't know, really. Whatever.
I feel like that was added on later. That was tacked on.
It's like a Wikipedia page. You can just add whatever you want about Slenderman.
Because I always thought Slenderman was a alien, and what Slenderman did is Slenderman altered video and audio equipment feeds, and is like Slenderman
That's
is like
a part of it, yeah.
The conspiracy theory. He's like the conspiracy theory image made, like the idea of a G-Man, but made like terrifying. He's like a Half-Life 2 character,
Yeah.
just like the.
But he abducts children.
Oh yeah. Because that's.
It's a cool. Okay, so this movie should have been a crime drama.
Yeah, about a cop trying to solve these
abductions, and then Slenderman's in it.
Yeah,
that would have been so much better than
it starts off as like prisoners. And then it ends up becoming like fucking
Like It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
now
cool.
I can't judge because I haven't seen it, obviously, and it's just this trailer.
Yeah, story wise more than execution wise.
But I would prefer that if it was a cop drama.
Oh yeah.
Detective drama.
Yeah.
Because then it could be marketed as that, but also horror elements. And how many horror element cop dramas, whatever, detective dramas are there?
None. They're like late shift,
I know The Snowman
maybe?
tried to be that, but apparently it was terrible.
Well, the Snowman doesn't have it's
not
more
like,
of a thriller.
Yeah, but it's not like a sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that would be really cool if you have a cop and he's like, there's children disappearances in the town, in the woods, and
then it's aliens.
It's the Slenderman.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
And you don't know until like halfway through.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like what. That's why people go to movies.
And then on the second rewatch, if you look, Slenderman's in the background of random times,
That's
like
so
way
scary.
far in the back.
That's
though.
awesome.
Like in crowded areas, like it's never looked at. Like it never focuses on it.
That's perfect.
That'd be great.
That would be like wow. You just cracked the code.
I did it, but it's too late, and they've already made a Slenderman movie. It's not going to be that. It's going to be about a bunch of teenagers, and it's going to be jump scares and try to be gross out horror, and it's probably going to be rated PG-13.
Wow.
Yeah,
PG-13.
probably.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I was laughing. I was just everything was so silly.
It's going to be the next Annabelle. It's like that's not fun.
Yeah, it's like what is happening? It's like
because Slenderman. It's like Annabelle's stupid because who cares about Annabelle? The Conjuring is stupid because like who cares about whatever that's about?
Conjuring?
I don't know what it's called.
Conjuring.
The Conjuring. Slenderman's a really cool character.
Yeah.
Slenderman could be up there with Pennywise, and whatever horror villains there are in the world.
The Fae.
Chucky,
yeah.
He could be up there with them if they do it right.
Michael Myers.
Yeah. Right? Do you agree?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Just how he looks. That guy in a suit, really tall, long arms, and no face.
Easy costume to do.
Yeah. Good cosplay.
If you have long arms.
Don't try it if you have short arms. You'll fail epically.
You look stupid. They'll be like, oh, you're dressed like a businessman? No, I'm dressed as a monster from another dimension.
Look, I have no face. There were short films that someone made, like fan films of Slenderman.
Oh, yeah?
And they're pretty good.
They're
like found footage films. There's like
very easy to do.
Like a 6-episode series for like 10 minutes each. Those are pretty creepy.
Mm.
Pasta.
Creepy pasta. Yeah. I mean, that's where it is.
From. So anyways, what else? Anything else on these trailers?
So
they're probably both gonna fail.
Slenderman. They're both about young kids who don't believe in themselves and are taught to believe in themselves. And the Wrinkle in Time kid gets taught that if you believe in yourself, you can get fairy godmothers who will give you treasure. And then the Slenderman person is taught if you believe yourself, all your friends will kill themselves around you. So have fun being a kid, I guess. It's like that's what these movies are saying.
Next.
Okay,
we should move on.
I would like to see it reversed.
What?
Like the plots of like Slenderman put into the Wrinkle in Time movie. That'd be so great.
That would make the Slenderman movie a fifth dimension breaking movie.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool if it was like cosmic.
That'd be awesome. Because you think like, oh, these kids are visiting this fantasy land and it's their fairy godmothers and they're gonna go collect the secret object. Yay! And then some fucking horrifying monster from another dimension. Oh god!
It starts murdering them.
It's like, oh god, it's so scary and it's experimenting on people, like cutting them open autopsies and being like, ooh. I don't know why I did dinner.
Yeah, it's like you were eating dinner again. You already finished your dinner.
That was good.
Yeah. I get to live with that. At least for another few years.
Oh,
the good meals. Not the autopsy stuff.
No, I thought you were talking about the dish. I was like
what, like I was being like
I thought you were saying the dish was gonna have to stay up there. And then you said a couple of years and I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh my gosh. Alright. Let's do our last segment. Let's talk.
Because you made it sound like pure torture. It's like, yeah, I gotta live with that for the next couple of years. It didn't seem like you had something you were excited about.
I was trying to brag that my family's good at cooking.
They are good at cooking.
Connor, we have to move on. Alright, so I like the idea of movies that made us angry.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of fun. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Real talk.
I didn't know what to talk about in this episode, so I asked Connor what, and he just sent me a list. So
I always send the most like
we're picking out
touchy-feely, like what's your dream video game?
That's like it's like a. I don't even know. I don't want to talk about that.
What was your favorite experience from childhood?
So movies that make us angry or made us angry when we saw them. The first one that comes to mind with me is probably Transformers 4.
That's the one with Marky Mark and the Funky
That's the
Bunch.
first one with the Marky Mark, yeah.
Oh boy.
Where he goes, I think we just found a Transformer.
Oh god.
We saw that together, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went with your brother.
We went with my brother, and it was the most torturous experience of my life.
It's like 3 hours.
It's almost 4, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's like
crazy.
3 hours and 20 minutes.
And it was just like pure slop at the screen. Pure
God.
CGI
It's
trash.
the fact that like it's like a normal length movie and then that's only the first 2 acts. And then the third act is another like half an hour, and you're like, oh my gosh.
the daughter / love interest is she looks like Clopin from Hunchback, the court jester. Because Michael Bay tried to over sexualize her.
Yeah,
and so she just looks like crazy.
But she was underage.
She looks like a clown. Oh,
do you remember the?
And the movie stops for like.
Yeah, he holds the card out. The Romeo and Juliet
clause.
clause. The Irish guy. He's like, it's not legally whatever. What,
We have a
so what is it? What was it?
relationship.
Pre-existing relationship before he turned 18.
And he was so stoked about it.
Yeah.
So gross. It's like, thanks, man. Thanks,
like,
Michael Bay.
Like, why would he? Oh my god.
It's crazy. Michael Bay doesn't give a fuck.
Like, why not just have that character be under 18 and have them both be under 18?
Yeah,
because then he couldn't drive the car. He had to be a.
Well,
he had to be a
16,
car.
right?
You can be 17 and drive a car, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have been 17. She
Yeah.
could have been 16. Perfect.
Yeah.
And make them entertaining children to watch.
Exactly.
And not stupid.
That would have been better chemistry. But Michael Bay has this thing where he's like, all right, if I cast a dad, I gotta cast a daughter. I want the daughter to be like attractive, but it's like guys are gonna feel, like weird about it. So I'm gonna take that out of the equation.
I don't think he talks like that.
That's in my head. That's the explosions manifest as this kind of
arms swinging, really just.
And he's always angry. He's like, if you don't want it, fine.
And he just kicks over a chair and walks away.
Right. Remember when he gave that speech and he's like, I can't do
this.
And
he
walks
away.
That's how I feel about you. That's how I feel about your everything.
Your career. God, I hate Michael Bay.
Oh, he's so bad.
What's the movie that makes you angry? What's the first one that came to your mind?
Movie that makes me angry?
There's a lot of them, but what's the first one?
Well, I think...
That isn't Transformers 4. We could keep going on that one, but...
Oh, man. A movie that really upsets me, that really, just gets me frothing at the mouth, is probably... It's probably some, genre shit. Oh, God, it's like... Fucking...
Are you just talking? What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm thinking and then my brain is slow and my brain thoughts don't reach my mouth to say what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm responding to my thought and I'm like, yeah, right, man. I know what you said because you said it inside my brain, but I didn't say it out loud.
Okay.
But I think it's the... it's this movie... What is it called? It's called The Ides of March.
Oh, yeah, with
March.
Ryan Gosling and George Clooney.
And I was like...
I never saw it. I didn't care about it.
It was...
That made you angry?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I was like, this is the most, lukewarm, fucking post-apocalyptic. It's not post-apocalyptic, but it's it's just this lukewarm
political
cookie cutter
thing, right?
Yeah, but it's not even ooh, intrigue, like we're pulling apart the layers like an onion, man. It's it was just oh, hey, man, it's tough to be in politics. I'm kind of a hard-hitting journalist, bro. And it's yeah, and it's this weird thing where there's no interesting characters, and it's just people it's long shots of Ryan Gosling being like, I'm in a political intrigue, but there's no political intrigue.
That's really weird because I had a conversation about Ryan Gosling and I talked about how I don't think
actor.
he's ever picked a role that's been a bad movie, but I guess that's one of them.
Drive is perfect.
Drive is amazing.
I love Drive.
Drive is amazing.
I listened to the soundtrack.
I watched Blade Runner recently, the new Blade Runner.
Oh, 28.
Really good. I liked it better than the original.
2049.
Yeah, did you see the new one?
I did see it.
Yeah.
I just watched Split, oddly enough.
Split's good, but yeah.
Yeah, I like Split.
Other movies that made me mad. I'm trying to think. Oh, the Hobbit movies. Definitely Battle of the Five Armies more than anything else, I think.
I was like...
that movie was aggravating.
Battle of the Five Armies.
Yeah. It's not a movie. It's not a movie.
It's like muscle porn.
It's so bad. It has no beginning. Oh god, and that we could talk about the Hobbit movies and why they're just terrible.
Yeah. Oh god, it's just pure
the
trash.
Characters. I absolutely hate Thorin's character. He's terrible in that movie.
I'm actually angry.
I know, I'm getting angry now. I gotta breathe. The first Hobbit movie, I didn't mind at first, but I understood its flaws, and as time has gone on, I've disliked it more.
Screaming at the screen, being like, "What the heck are you doing? Why are you lovely bonesing this shit?"
I never saw Lovely Bones, but I actually kind of wanted to see how bad it is.
Lovely Bones. Mark Wahlberg's performance in Lovely Bones.
Isn't that Zoe Deschanel as well, or is that no? That's M. Night Shyamalan's movie.
Yeah. Oh, The Happening.
The Happening.
Yeah, he really can't pick
No.
They play animals that killing people.
All right, what's another one?
Oh god, there's just so many. Probably like if I think of one that I get.
What's a more recent one?
Oh, a recent one.
Yeah.
Okay, a recent one that like made me angry. You know what? Spy.
Oh yeah, I tried it. I stopped. I had to stop.
I was like, this is so stupid.
I watched the first two scenes.
This is so bad, and I was like. Because I like spy movies, I like espionage movies, I like comedies.
Yeah.
And I was just hoping for something, like, unique. You know what's crazy? The whole premise, the whole character premise of the thing is the idea of, like, she's kind of a cat lady, but she becomes, like, a really great secret agent just by being confident and being herself.
How did she become an agent? She worked with the CIA?
Yeah, she worked for the CIA, and then she, like, takes over their mission because... Like they don't even
circumstance, right?
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah.
And it's like it's the most like freaking like bourgeoisie attempt at a spy movie. It's like oh god, it's like did you hear about spy movies from somebody who whispered in your ear like across a crowded stadium?
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, it was so bad.
Wow.
I was forced to go see it, and I was like okay.
See, that's the beauty of watching a movie at home is that if you're really disliking it, you just shut it off. You can
just walk away.
Yeah.
You can walk away, bruh.
You can throw your computer at a wall. Yeah, I tried that movie and I stopped.
Yeah.
I think Suicide Squad's another one that kind of made me a little angry. But not the whole thing, just at parts. Parts of it made me mad.
I mean, I felt the same way about Batman v Superman,
like
Steel and all that shit.
I got angry when that line happened where he's like, "This is Katana. Her sword steals the souls of his victims. I suggest you don't get on her bad side."
Oh yeah, and then fucking Margot Robin Williams coming in with the assist.
Margot Robin Williams
coming in with the.
I really like her actually. I saw I, Tonya recently.
I, Tonya, what is that?
It's a biopic of Tonya Harding, the ice skater.
Oh, interesting.
It was really good. She was good. Yeah, she's a good actress.
Big ups.
But man.
Bad movie.
I didn't mind her as Harley Quinn either. I just thought it was poorly written.
Right. That's what people say is her and Ben. That's why her and Ben Affleck probably need to be in an actual scene together. That's not
him punching her in the face.
Yeah, I remember how weird that was.
That was really weird. Yeah.
You're like, I don't know if this because Batman pointedly doesn't do that in the comics. Batman is pointedly, like to a fault. Batman is pointedly overly gentlemanly with some of the like women villains. You know, which to like that's how they get him.
That scene is really weird too because she's unconscious and then she wakes up underwater and she like attacks him, and the punch is like a reaction. Like he's like oh, shit, like you would punch a shark if it's coming after you. Do you know what I mean?
Punch a shark in the mouth.
You punch him.
I'll punch you in the mouth.
You're supposed to punch them. You punch them in the nose, but right though. Like he got scared. It's like when you scare someone, they turn around and punch you. Like that's what it felt like. So it felt really weird. Yeah, that was a weird moment.
I think about like he's perpetually surprised to be in the Gotham universe. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Is it some kind of super guy here?
Who are these people?
I'm trying to get this green rock. Oh shit! You mean driving recklessly will kill people? I had no idea.
I like how he sounds like the Joker. What?
What?
Okay, so speaking of the Joker, I think he made me the most angry in that movie.
Oh, who?
The Joker.
Oh, Jared Leto.
He was. Yeah, I hated that.
The gigolo Joker. All that stuff with like, and then they brought in the guy who's like always. He's the weird second fiddle in these new comedies. These new Seth Rogen.
Oh, the annoying guy with the mustache.
Yeah, who played the security guard?
I don't like him. He's never good. He's always annoying.
Yeah,
he plays the
so
annoying
weird.
Character.
It's so strange. It's like, why this guy?
And that scene where he like pawns off Harley Quinn, but then he gets mad that the guy said that she was hot, and he's like, well, you could have her, and he's like, cool, I don't want her. He's like, why don't you want her? And then he's like, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, it's weird. And she's like a stripper, and it's like, what universe is this?
It's the darkest timeline. It's David Ayer being like,
and it's just like, it's unbelievable.
Batman. And
it's frustrating because this isn't just a Batman movie. Like, if you're gonna make this decision like that in a shared universe, that's it. That's what it is. Like, it's not like you can make a bad Batman movie and then make another Batman movie. Like, this is the shared universe now. This is the Joker that is in this universe. And that made me really angry.
And that's the other thing, too, about Harley Quinn. It's like, I don't remember her doing the whole, like, vat of, like, Joker acid, the Ace Chemicals vat. Like, I don't remember her having to jump into that.
Well, that's another thing that made me mad, is that...
Because she just goes crazy because she's the biggest fan of Joker ever.
That's the really cool aspect in the origin of Harley Quinn. She's a therapist.
Yeah.
And she comes to
He's
his
a doctor.
cell, and it takes like a year, maybe like several months for him to manipulate her. And I would love a movie of just that.
Yeah.
No action.
Insane. Yeah.
Just the joke, like it'd be like Silence of the Lambs. That interrogation scene where she goes to his cell.
Then Clarice Starling becomes a killer.
Yeah, but the whole movie.
Yeah.
And then the Joker has her do crimes outside of the asylum while he's still in jail. That would have been such a cool film. But now that can never happen in this universe because it was thrown together in Suicide Squad.
Insane. It's insane.
So aggravating. And I'm not even the biggest DC fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So imagine being a real DC fan and being like, this is what I got.
I think this is a meta problem because it's like an alternate universe bubble that we occupy outside.
Yeah.
And it's like, even if you're not a big DC fan, you just feel so crestfallen that they aren't reaching the potential which they could do if they just took
because
the time.
I like most of the characters.
Yeah.
I don't like...
They're fun to watch.
But yeah, no.
But because outsiders aren't gravitating to it, the real, like, the hardcore DC fans are like, yeah, this is it, man. This is...
Because it's all they have.
Yeah, it's all they have.
It's sad.
It's like, oh, God. Yeah. You need to have better standards.
Okay.
But also, the same thing with The Walking Dead, though. It's like...
Oh, God, yeah.
People just like things.
I stopped watching that show. I can't do it anymore.
You okay?
What else has made you... All right, Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Give me another one. Angry film.
Another film that made me angry.
See, this is more than just a bad movie, like a movie that made you angry. I like that there's a difference.
Made me really upset.
Yeah.
Well, because some movies will just bore you, but
like The Mummy was just bad. It didn't make me mad. It was just bad. I didn't enjoy it.
It's just like, oh
yeah.
But like things that really upset me, like I guess off the top of my head, probably what did I watch that really I was like, what the heck is this? You know what? It's not one thing I watched. I should say this. I got upset at an anime I was watching.
Yeah.
And it's not. This is a really complicated thing to unpack. So here's what I'll say. I was alerted to the fact that there was potentially a book series, or as they're called in Japan, mangas, whatever they are.
Yeah, I know exactly what they are.
As I say facetiously. I don't know what they are. Trying to seem cool. I heard there was...
I just know that you read them backwards and from up to down
right.
instead.
I don't really read them, but I heard that I was trying to look for literature similar to the mythology of Dark Souls, right?
Okay.
Dark fantasy. And someone was like, oh, well, there's this thing called Berserk, which is what this is based off. And they have films on Netflix. Animated films.
Yeah.
And the thing is that there's some of Berserk that I think is really interesting and really cool.
Yeah.
and there's stuff in it that I'm like, wow, this is exactly the type of tragic fantasy like genre that I'm looking for. But there's another part of me that's like, this is full of like the fucking bullshit anime cliches that I just hate so much. Yeah. It's just like it's like stop. Oops. It's like if you kept seeing the same shit in every single movie. It's like so annoying.
Yeah.
And it's like it's this weird thing where it's like the protagonists are like have this strange they're too cool. They're too the protagonists are so afraid of being like anything other than cool or like there's only one type of way they can be, and it's like it's so weird and creepy. Like that's why I love something like Attack on Titan, because even though it doesn't, in my opinion, it's not really an anime. Yeah, it skirts all of the conceits, a lot of the ones that I have problems with, right? Because it's like everybody's just trying. Everybody's a character, you know. It's no one who's putting on an act. And if the character's,
I mean, it definitely does have its anime tropes, but they're overlooked by just just how good storytelling and quality, different type of art.
And that's the funny thing about Berserk is because it's similar to Attack on Titan in its use of violence and darker imagery. Yeah, and that stuff is great, but that's rare. Yeah. So to get to that stuff, you have to get through all this annoying like wish fulfillment bullshit, and I'm just like, oh god, it's like, why? Like it just makes me so angry, because it's like I want to like this stuff and I just can't, because it's like the barrier to entry is so soul crushing.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big thing now. It's like when we're talking about things, film, TV, whatever, that has upset us, it's usually this anger of, this could be so good, yeah, and it's not, and you have no power to fix it.
You know, Attack on Titan is like people screaming and yelling, and
the music is like rock and roll, electric guitars ripping you.
But there's subtlety. There's subtlety there in the performance and in some, in the emotional pathology of the characters. Mm-hmm. And it's like when you take that out and you just have this weird, like, I don't even know what you'd call it. It's some weird like fucking like hero complex, and it's insane. It's like non-ironic, it's not, you're not even describing a tragic character, you're describing an asshole. Your main characters are assholes. Yeah. And that's why like people for the most part hate all the shit, like what is it, like Naruto is the thing. Yeah. Is the thing, because like I haven't seen that much Naruto.
That's one of the animes I've watched.
But I think from what I've gleaned, Naruto's a real asshole. But he's not like a compelling asshole, and that's why people don't like that show.
People don't like that show because of. All right, I think I can defend it because I've watched all of it.
I'm getting too heated.
Okay, so let me just talk. We'll talk about that now. Naruto's not even the best character of the show. Right. He starts out as an asshole, and you hate him, and then he becomes very long, because the whole series is really long. If you don't include fillers, it's just not that long. Mm-hmm. But he gradually becomes one of the coolest and most respectful characters, and it's such a cool change. Oh, okay. So you don't even recognize him by the end. Well, it's like, I think people hate that show, right? Because it's so popular, and because when people hear anime, they think Naruto, and they're like, "Oh, stupid." Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It just defines it. But it's actually really good. The story is really, really well done. It is good. The action's really well done, and I have yet to find something besides Attack on Titan that has held my interest. Anime for me is like a hit or miss.
Psycho-Pass is really good. Psycho-Pass.
I've never heard of that. But I've tried so many different ones. I've tried Tokyo Ghoul, and I'm like, it's okay. But, like, it doesn't catch me. I don't want to keep watching it. Yeah. And this keeps happening to me, so I haven't found anything yet that is really, like...
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard.
It's a weird genre for me, because a part of me, like, can't stand those anime tropes. I'm like, oh, that's wicked annoying.
Yeah. And it's just the fact that it's so ubiquitous, and the fact that I think, too, in American culture, there's people, and I've met people like this who take it so seriously. Yeah. And I think and it's the problem too, is they take it seriously, but they don't have a rubric for quality with how they measure taste. Yeah. And that is so annoying. Yeah. Because it's like, that's the only thing I get heated about is taste, because that's the only thing worth anything. Well, it's your identity values.
The reason why Naruto, I think there's a couple of reasons why it stuck with me, is because I watched it when I was a kid. Oh, right, and it just finished, like, finally concluded 2 years ago.
Oh, just the other day.
So like,
Full Metal Alchemist. People like that.
That one too. I tried that one. Wasn't a huge fan. But the reason why it stuck with me is because I started it as a kid, and he starts as a kid. It's kind of like Harry Potter, where like you're young and it comes out when you're young, and it grows with it. And I grew with it,
fair.
and it got super violent and super gory by the end. It's not a kids show anymore. Like it began, and I think if it was in book form or if it was in TV form or live action movie form, people would love it because the story's really good. It's really cool. There's some really cool aspects of it. There's some really awesome characters. Like some of the main characters, side characters, some of the villains, some of the best villains I've ever seen in any stories.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Man.
So if you're interested, you should start it, but you should make sure, this is my advice to anybody who's going to try and tackle this show, watch it with a list that tells you what episodes are filler and what aren't, and just skip the filler episodes. Because there are like sometimes 20 to 30 filler episodes in a row that just are completely useless. They don't affect the story at all. So you just watch what's important.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like that's another part of it. That's the problem. Is it's the shipping thing. So you know when people are like, I ship X character.
Yeah, I just ignore that crap.
That comes from the filler aesthetic, right? The idea that we don't have enough content of actual characters changing and growing.
Right.
So we're just gonna have the characters interact.
And do random stuff that don't affect
and just do like
story,
silly little romance stuff. You know, characters flirting. It doesn't really matter. And it's like, and then when that's the majority of your show, people internalize that, and the super fans. Then it's like that's how they that's their frame of reference for how they conduct themselves, and it's insane because it's just somebody killing time.
From my experience with these two anime that I've actually watched, Attack on Titan, Naruto did the fillers because they were catching up with the manga, so they had to take a break and make sure they pass it, like Game of Thrones did. Attack on Titan could do the same thing and just have filler episodes.
Right.
But then you'd have filler episodes, and they chose not to. So there's 2 years in between of each season.
Although I do have to say, the thing about Attack on Titan is that I noticed I don't know a whole lot about what happened, but before season 2 aired, they released like a short mini series. I didn't really watch the whole thing.
It was a prequel, right?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it either.
Well, it was so strange because it was like, I don't know if it was a spin-off or unrelated or like alternate universe or maybe alternate continuity or something, but it was these short stories about one of the members of the what are they called, the corps that goes exploring, the Rangers or something.
The
I forget what they're called. The wings guy. They wear the wings.
Yeah, they're the
they wear the pants.
Not the Peace Corps.
The Peace Corps. The Rangers. But
it'll pop into my head eventually.
There's some cool stuff that happens in and it has nothing to do with the main characters at all. It's this total side story. It's like a short thing that happens to another character elsewhere. Meanwhile, and it filled in the mythology of the universe because you found a Titan that was there was some weird stuff going on with the Titan. I don't want to spoil anything, but it was kind of cool. Yeah. It was intriguing and helped add intrigue to the mythology. I was like, that's interesting. That's a cool little side thing. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the thing though. That's another thing that's frustrating is that I would be watching Naruto and I didn't know about the fillers when I first did my first watch through. So I'd be watching these fillers and I'd be like, this is just so boring. And then sometimes something would happen. There's a couple I can think of arcs that are actually really good.
Oh my god. I was like, wait a second. I know how to fix Star Wars now.
You do?
Yeah. Don't do a Han Solo movie. Do a Millennium Falcon movie.
Just follow the ship?
Yeah, do the Falcon 5.
Falcon 5?
Yeah. You do Fast and Furious, but with the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, okay.
And it's the people who had it before Han. Or people who steal it from Han.
You don't think that's even more of a cash grab?
No! That'd be great. The Falcon 5. Yeah. Falcon 5, Fast and Furious with the Millennium Falcon. You don't think that'd be awesome?
I mean, yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Since we've seen Poe Dameron and his modded X-Wing.
That's how you do it.
Just do NOS on the Millennium Falcon.
You just do new stories with old shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta have a Star Wars movie that stars a protocol droid. Just do new shit. That'll be so much more fun.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the Protocol Droid steals the Millennium Falcon.
We kind of went on a rant there about anime all of a sudden, but
the quick question.
Yeah.
How are spaceships not also droids? Like, is the Death Star just a giant droid?
I guess because it doesn't have its own mind.
Oh shit! Oh whoa, that's fucked up. What is a brain in the Star Wars universe? What is the thing that creates sentience? Oh, that's a troubling question.
Connor, it's 5 years later now.
Oh, we're already there?
Let's do it. Yeah, we're a little over an hour in. Opinions from the future.
Opinions from the future.
Opinions from the future.
How was A Wrinkle in Time?
You know what? It was okay. I got it. I'm gonna be brutally honest.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of blacked out.
Yeah.
And
I fell asleep.
Yeah, it reminded me of Fantastic Beasts in that way, where I fell asleep and like.
You fell asleep during Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah, I did actually. I legit fell asleep during that movie.
That's fine.
And because it's like, oh, you found a hippopotamus in the park, and it's
albino hippopotamus.
Oh, is Elijah Wood? No. What's the guy's name? Idris Elba or no? Eliza Miller. Is Ezra Miller? Ezra Miller.
Oh yeah, Ezra Miller. Yeah.
Elijah Wood, Idris Elba, Ezra Miller.
Anyway, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, Wrinkle in Time flopped as we expected.
It flopped hard.
Yeah,
like it was in like G minus. The Dow went down.
Yeah, well, it was like a repeat of The Room, where it was only one theater, one night.
Oh yeah, why did they? And it's funny too because usually when they, I remember when Citizen Kane came out.
You do?
And yeah, me personally, I'm old as fuck, dude. Yeah. But I remember when that movie, William Randolph Hearst tried to get that movie shown in or not shown, the opposite. He tried to get it blocked from theaters, so it was really hard for that movie to make any money.
Yeah.
And I think it was a similar case where I don't know if it was where
Fox was fighting back.
Part of me was at first I was maybe it's Disney trying to protect themselves from a bomb where they're let's just make sure nobody sees this movie. Just get it out. We don't want theater.
To do that.
But then I was I don't know. I don't want to get too into it, conspiracy theory shit. But I know it deals with the fifth dimension, and maybe Elon Musk was I don't want people to know about this yet
because he just discovered it.
Yeah,
I did hear that. Yeah, him and his trash island.
Yeah, yeah. We talked about that. Yeah,
he lives on his own island.
It's in the Arctic, right?
Yep, over by Alaska, I think, or something like that, a little above it. Yeah, he has his own.
Which is funny because with
his flag. They
didn't film this movie there. What was the other movie that they filmed? A movie. We talked about a movie they filmed there, but it was I forget what it was, but it was. I think it was another Disney movie, but it wasn't.
God, I can't remember. Yeah. We also talked about Slenderman.
5 years later.
5 years later, it hasn't come out yet.
Hasn't come out.
It's still in production.
It's crazy because I think it's a cursed production, right?
Yeah. I think at least 3 people have died. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah. But it's gonna be cool when it comes out because it's oh shit!
They've had 5 directors, and I think the last one they've had, they don't even know who it is. It's just a dude dressed as Slenderman. He's wearing the white mask, and he doesn't say anything. He just points with his long fingers, and they're like, "This isn't helpful, dude." That's probably why it's taking so long.
You just write it down.
You just write it down. His fingers are too lanky and long. He can't hold a pen.
Sign language.
I guess he could do really long finger sign language. I don't know sign language. So.
Sign language plus a couple fingers.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's all I got.
No, that was pretty good.
Yeah. That's fine. All right. So if you're listening to this on iTunes, find us on YouTube at In-Vested Podcast.
If you're listening on iTunes,
if you're listening on YouTube, find us on iTunes at In-Vested. See what I did there? I did a switcheroo.
Where can they meet in the middle?
Where can they meet in the middle? Instagram's usually the middle. Instagram/in_vested_podcast or just In-Vested.
Oh, okay. In-Vested Podcast.
In-Vested Podcast. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You'll find us. It's actually a good search. I searched this on iTunes for the first one to come up, just In/Vested.
Oh, shit.
Instantly comes up. First one.
In/?
Dash.
Oh, in dash.
Dash. Nice little dash.
In dash.
Not underscore. Yeah. That's about it.
All right.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Oh, yeah, son. Give me the beat.
Connor's probably gonna be eating something.
Yeah, I know. What are we gonna eat next time?
Next, we'll ask you a special order or something for you.
I might bring back the chocolate covered almonds.
Chocolate almonds, or maybe some Chinese food wings.
Oof! Don't set me with a good time.
You've had Chinese food twice on a podcast now. Not this one, but on a podcast.
It's classic. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Bye bye.